How to do, folks? Today we're going to do another quick cooking video, once again on the barbecue grill. If you have grown up like I have, eating a lot of wild game, by wild game I mean like deer meat, fish, wild turkey, squirrel, rabbit, those kinds of things. And when I say a lot, I'm talking like multiple times a week you're eating these kinds of foods. You kind of have to learn different ways to fix it. So some of those ways that we have learned over the years from both my mom and my dad has been kind of unorthodox, I guess you would say. So today we are going to grill some catfish. And I'll just tell you what I've already done. All I've done is I have cleaned the catfish and I have soaked it in Italian dressing. It's going to soak in it. I usually do it overnight, but it's only going to be for about an hour or two today. But it'll still be good. Just like the deer meat videos we have done, catfish is a delicious fish to eat if you clean the thing up right. So most people say they don't like deer meat is because they ate deer meat that was not properly trimmed out, right? And it's real strong, nasty flavor that if somebody did that when they were butchering a steer or a hog and did not do it properly, you would swear up and down you didn't like that food either, right? And so catfish are the same way. I hear lots of people say, man, you got to catch a little one to eat them, right? You got to catch nothing bigger than 5 pounds or whatever. Guys, I have personally eaten many large, I'm talking 30 plus pounds, 50 plus pounds, 60 plus pound catfish that taste amazing. And really, we didn't have to soak it. We didn't have to do any sort of special seasonings to it. It's all in how you handle the fish, right? Those of you that has never, maybe I should have done a video on cleaning that fish. Those of you that have never done it, right, what we have found the best way to clean catfish, to make them the best flavored, is to hang them up by their mouth and cut their tails off and let them bleed out, right? Then you skin them, you gut them, you break them off of their head. There's a little joint right underneath their head you can run your knife through. It breaks real easy. Then you get them on ice and you cool them down. And you do that process like a deer as quick as you can, right? And then you get them out of that cooler and you take off everything that is not pure, good meat, right? So there'll be a white, real thin white kind of film on the top of that fish. Trim that thing off, right? There'll be what most people call the mud strip, right? That red strip of meat in there. Take that out. And some of you are thinking, man, you're losing a lot of flesh doing that. Well, what we do that most people don't is I don't ever throw away the belly meat, because you can take and trim that belly meat. If you got a good sharp knife, you can trim the white off one side, and that other side's got that real thick silver skin of stuff, and you trim that off, and I'm telling you that belly meat is some of the best tasting meat on the fish. So today, don't get me wrong, a good battered and fried catfish is awesome, and a lot of the ways, the variances that we ate it was just doing different things to the batter. So we would just eat just straight cornmeal, especially a coarse cornmeal, really good on there. We would do a flour cornmeal mixture, right, and season it up. I have done, Dad told me one time to do Italian breadcrumbs. We used to do that when I was growing up. I didn't know he did it, I just knew it was good, right? He said, try some of those crushed like Italian breadcrumbs. So we got that and did that on there and fried it. And delicious, right? But another way Dad showed me how to cook catfish is to grill it. And me and my wife really like it. And so we went on a little camping trip with some friends of ours. And we caught one he's a little over 5 pound catfish. And I got him cleaned up and in the fridge, and he is soaking in Italian dressing right now. We're going to grill it. I just want to show you that if you are eating a lot of wild game and you're getting tired, I know this is almost blasphemy, right? But you're getting tired of eating the breaded and fried meat and you just want to try something a little bit different, adventure out there, right? So I know growing up with my mom and Jeff, my stepdad, we lived at Lake of the Ozarks. Well, we lived in Camdenton, then Decaturville, really close to Lake of the Ozarks. And so there were a lot of evenings, instead of like sitting down to watch TV, we would go to a little public access dock and catch crappie and catfish, which means we always had a freezer full of crappie and catfish, which means we ate crappie and catfish a lot, right? We would, it helps the grocery bill, just like catching deer, right? Or catching deer, shooting deer. It helps the grocery bill. And so, and that's all fine and dandy, but man, I know it's maybe not healthy for you to eat fried fish all the time, but also if you're eating fish, say 2 to 3 times a week, like, you get tired of eating fried fish all the time, right? So you want to play with it a little bit, mix it up some. And so that's what we're doing today. We're just showing you that there's other ways to cook this food, and it's still delicious and it's still good. Better than anything you're going to get at a restaurant, and a whole lot cheaper as well. So I need to get the fire going, and we will show you the results of what we got here. All right, folks, I want to show you guys kind of what we got going on here with our fish. So there is our bigger pieces of fish, just marinated in Italian dressing, sprinkled with little Cajun seasoning. Make sure that you rub some lard or some butter or some sort of grease on your grill racks here before you do this. Fish is notoriously bad for sticking. One of the best ways to keep it from sticking after you do that is to not get flip happy with it. When you start to turn it over or you start to move it, grab it with your tongs, see if it releases pretty easy. If it doesn't, let it cook a little bit longer. And then in this pan, I have some of the smaller pieces of fish that I was worried about them going through the grates. And they're just in a little bit of butter and Cajun seasoning. And when the big fish gets done, we'll put it in there as well. So we're going to shut the lid on this thing, let it cook here for a little while, and we'll show you guys the end result. Once again, just simple old river catfish caught on a limb line, cleaned up properly on the grill. Wife made some, we call them asparagus sticks. She buys some really thin asparagus, boils them for just a little, like flash boils the things, pulls them back out, gets them on ice water, salts and peppers them, we really like them. And we made some macaroni salad, because you can't eat all healthy all the time. You got to make something extra fatty and yummy as well. So we'll show you guys the end result here when it's done. All right, y'all. I took my fish that I had on the side, put it in this pan with this butter. It is done. I just put it in there, and if y'all remember, there's smoke in my face, sorry. If you guys will remember, I had some little pieces in there that I cooked in that pan because I didn't want to lose them in the grill grate. A little bit of butter, Cajun seasoning in that pan. Everything's real. Smoke in my eye. Everything ought to be good and tasty. So, if you start eating a lot of wild game, start catching a lot of fish, hunting, fishing, those kinds of things, and you want to try something different than battered and deep fried, which I'm not knocking. It is delicious. I love it too. But if you're eating it a bunch, it's fun to have some other ways to cook it. So get out there, try it, give it a shot. This is just some old oak firewood we had around. An old channel cat caught out of the river, cleaned up right. Be good eats, guys. I know it is because I already sampled a little bit. All right, guys, we'll catch up to you later. Thanks for watching. If you like the content that you see, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our page for more content similar to this. We talk about everything from Bible studies to living a different style of life, simpler, slower, off-grid, homesteading type stuff, to coming soon will be a tiny home, and all the way to cooking, right? It's not enough to grow the food, hunt the food, shoot the food, but you got to eat it too. So we like to try to show some of that. I need to get this pan off because that butter is sizzling, and this is going to be good. We will catch up to you guys later.